Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the desert. I just used my time machine to forward time 24 hours so we can cover again the same video that we were talking about yesterday. Editor, please. The Passport Bro movement here with being the host is Legion of Men. So let's continue, guys, right where we left off. If you don't know what we're talking about, you can check yesterday's video and the other day as well, and probably tomorrow as well.
To find romance, some men are trying their luck overseas. These are the Passport Bros.
Like a what?
Many of them are young digital nomads, professionals who leverage internet connectivity and remote working tools, allowing them to travel and work from virtually anywhere.
I like how they got those little creeper cameras just filming people in public and blurring them all out just because it's some dude that has a girl on his arm. Okay.
At their core is a belief in traditional gender roles, which they think are disappearing from Western society.
Look at the blur out.
Passport Bro is someone who wants to basically find a traditional wife. I think in the West, a lot of women don't want to be like traditional, don't want to take on these like traditional gender norms, and they want to essentially put on the shoes of like the traditional man, I guess. And I'm not saying that's bad, you know.
It is bad. It's not only bad, it's fucking disgusting. It makes me want to vomit all over my tomb, right? Tired of people trying to act it cool, trying to be polite. Oh, well, it's not bad, it's their preference. Their preference is bullshit, alright? Get it straight, man. Get your crap together. Be a real man. Speak out what you believe in. Well, I don't believe in anything because I'm a soy boy. I have no opinions, really. Everyone can do what they want. I'm just so weak and I don't have an ounce of testosterone in my body, so I don't really care what people are doing. Even if it brings the downfall of society, I just don't care enough. All right, you weak, pathetic individual. But my take is, guys, their preferences are bullcrap, all right? We're not even... guys, we can't even have the conversation if women want to be traditional and conservative and family oriented, because we don't even get there. If you ask the average modern day woman to please not have a body count in the double digits at age 25, she is going to get butthurt, all right? Because she is a selfish, self-absorbed, hedonistic witch, and she wants to do whatever she wants, and she feels like you are infringing on her human rights if you don't allow her to chase a destructive and hedonistic lifestyle. All right, so forget about the whole traditional stuff. We're not asking these women to be barefoot in the kitchen pregnant with 2 children. We're asking them, can you please be a normal human being that hasn't capitalized on her resources in the form of attractiveness to sleep with 50 people and do this psychotic behavior? But anyway, let's move on.
Every single relationship is different, every person's different, but I think it's refreshing when men come here, they find a really feminine, nurturing woman that trusts them and that they can kind of go in the same direction with, and kind of have the same traditional values and traditional roles, such as women cooking and cleaning, whereas these things would be seen as kind of controversial in the States.
So, of course, he finds value in that. He likes it. This is why he... well, one of the reasons why he moved to a different country. Of course, this man is traditional in his beliefs, yet he is a pussy and doesn't want to say it outright. Well, I don't have a problem with women wanting to be modern and independent, even though they are crushing the West. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with the world going to hell because I can be man enough to, you know, stick to my guns and tell you what my real opinion is, even though you can see it reflected in my actions.
This is the website of a self-described official Passport Bros company, launched in the United States in 2023. It's run by Prometheus Worley and his son, Clifford. They provide information for aspiring Passport Bros. Tips include how to date in different cultures.
Is this guy really called Prometheus? My hell, what a cool name. Holy crap. This guy out here, guys, meanwhile we are named Bob and Dave and I don't know, and Tom. This guy is named Prometheus. Holy hell.
How to find a
I mean, this is just people grifting and trying to come up on the movement and make a business out of it. Of course, here's probably where the hit piece begins, with like some shady dealers of some online service setting up some sexploitation, some shit like that. We'll see. I haven't seen this at all.
Accommodation and flights, or rent a private jet.
Right now, we're just an informational service. That's right. We're standing at 500,000 men, subscribers, and we're not charging. There's such a disconnect between men and women that men have to literally be on their guard just to interact with a woman. So men are opting to leave. You go where you're appreciated versus staying here where you're just tolerated.
Prometheus first heard about Passport Bros 2 years ago. To his surprise, the criteria seemed to describe his life long before the movement even had a name. It began when he got divorced from his wife after 12 years of marriage. He was 35.
My spouse had cheated on me, and it shattered my ego. It broke me into 1,000 pieces. I ended up going to Southeast Asia in 2013. There's a whole different culture and mindset that a lot of the women have there. The environment is completely different. Fast forward, my son, who's my business partner, noticed that there were guys traveling, making videos. And he's the one that brought it up to me. He was like, God, Dad, you know, there's these guys that they're doing what you've been doing. They're traveling. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, they're Passport Bros. I'm like, huh, what? We're just coming off of the heels of COVID, the travel bug, and they want to get out. And, you know, and why not be that light post, if you will, that guiding light to try to help men where we can in this particular area.
On their website, the Worleys give suggestions of which countries are best suited for Passport Bros. Among their top 6 recommendations, 4 Asian countries make the list: Cambodia, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand.
If you're a guy looking for a woman that has traditional values, family values, you're going to find it in these areas.
I never made the decision, I'm going to be a passport bro. It's like I was dealing with some problems in America. I wanted to leave.
But every course and YouTuber out there seems like
I just felt like I was on this hamster wheel that would never end. When I moved to Thailand, I'm able to relax more.
The financial aspect is the thing that I keep telling you guys the most about. It's a financial freedom you need to chase first. The women come last. If you go out there for women first, you're going to end up broke, like so many other dudes that end up going out there. Handle your finances first. Get some income from either rentals or dividends, or you're on your pension because you're older, dude. Something. You need to have some money coming in. Then you go. There's guys that have absolutely no income, and I get them all the time. The messages, how do you make money overseas? What do I do? How are the local jobs? The local jobs are shit. They pay like shit. That's why they're local jobs. You don't go out there to go get local work. You go out there to make the power of the dollar and your Western salary stretch 5 times further than it would where you currently live. That's the whole point of this, is to retire early, to be relaxing like this dude by the pool at a younger age. There are so many men that are working themselves to the bone that have the opportunity to do this right now. You probably own a house. You could rent it out. You might have 2 properties if you're older. You could rent it out. You may have a significant stock portfolio, some of which is paying you dividends. You should be out here right now. There's no point in working for very little return in the West when you could have it all essentially on the same salary you currently have. You just need to make it consistent. Some guys have remote work. They're very active currently and living their digital nomad style. The other half of them are already retired on their 401ks or their pensions or their investment funds. But that's the key. And then you'll have your women and your family and the leisure time and able to live life finally. You don't have to be fucking 67, barely retired, and 5 years away from death to finally enjoy it all.
When he first arrived in Thailand, Paul was single. Though he wasn't looking for a serious relationship, he noticed he was getting a lot more attention on dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
I think in America, a lot of women want someone who's 6 feet tall, makes 6 figures. Here in Thailand, I think it's more chill. Like, it's more...
Wait a minute, where'd you get that from? First off, you said that there's no problem with modern women's preferences. Then you said that there's all these guys that say that all women are bad. So where did you get that from? That women want the 666, you know, the number of the beast. It sounds like you're generalizing. Don't you know that 1 out of every 1,000 women doesn't care that much about that? Aren't you going to mention that But no, of course, yes, that's what women care about in the West. It's superficial. They have thousands of options. I really don't know what makes Asia different, or the Philippines different, or Thailand different. I really don't know. Maybe it's their parents just teaching them right. Maybe there is a social narrative that doesn't focus so much on selfishness. Maybe it's that. I'm presuming that women over there also have options, because women just simply have more options, but they simply are not willing to go en masse towards this selfish lifestyle.
Personal, it's more traditional.
Eventually, he met his Thai girlfriend through a dating app, and they've been together for more than 2 years now.
I was like, man, this is the best woman I've ever met. She's always trusts me. She's like, you know, you can do this. I believe in you. And sometimes that's just all you need. I never.
Exactly. Let me go back. Look at this, guys. All right, look at this. This is what men want. And I actually have my scene settled like crap here after 3 videos. Probably should have done this way sooner. But let me just pull this up. All right. This is what men want. A dog, a wife that trusts you, loves you, believes in you. You know, you're happy together. You go back from work. I think this dog is a Bob's pug. I don't know how you call that. A pug, I think. It's all they want. It's simple things. All these women, oh, what do men want? It's impossible to please them. No, this is what men want. A simple life, happiness, you know, joy, friendship with your companion. And this guy says, it's all I ever wanted. And he moved to a different country to achieve it.
Trust me. She's like, you know, you can do this. I believe in you. And sometimes that's just all you need. I never had the intention of being a passport bro, but I guess I am, because I have a relationship now.
Super exploitative, right? Look at that. He's taking advantage of that poor brown girl, just like that moron in the beginning said, serving white people. Oops, he's not white. Now what are you going to say?
But with the emphasis on traditional gender roles, critics say the passport bro movement is steeped in misogyny and anti-feminism.
Here comes the
How do
wokies.
the women of Southeast Asia feel about the phenomenon? In southern Philippines, a stone's throw from white sandy beaches, the city of Dumaguete saw more expat arrivals after the pandemic. A few months ago, it became the new home for Alex Connolly. He moved from the San Francisco Bay Area in California, a full-time
Bro, we gotta fix that gate. This is horrendous. Like, they put this guy in here and make everybody look bad. What the fuck stance is that, bro? Please, in a gut too. You gotta, and moves. Guys, if you go overseas, I'm sure this guy's doing fine. Who gives a fuck? But don't look like this. Work on your body. Eat clean. Get sleep. Get your test levels up. Look at this, man. You can do so much. If you go overseas and you're taking care of yourself, you can do so good for yourself. It will pay off. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Don't go there with like a crooked fucking spine like this dude, walking all weird and shit.
Content creator. He's also looking for a relationship he couldn't find in the United States.
Do I consider myself a passport bro? Yes, with some level of reluctance, because I know that there's a stigma associated with that term. But dating did come up for me as a strong reason to spend more time in Southeast Asia. For me, it's not about the short time. It's not about the short hookup. There's tons of successful women in the West. And so they're just not getting as much benefit of dating the regular Joe that perhaps a woman in Southeast Asia, she may think, well, he's a basic guy, but you know what? He's an honest man. A lot of the Asian women in these countries are more open to traditional gender roles.
What I was going to say, guys, this guy is the least attractive out of the 4 they mentioned. Still, I don't think he is like really ugly. I will say he's below average. But still, you know, not everyone has to be average. Not everyone has to be above average. There are ugly people, there are ugly men, and there are ugly women. Or less attractive. Let me say less attractive. I wouldn't say he's ugly, right? So they just are. What are they going to do? Well, find someone else who also is below average. I don't think this guy went to Asia to find a 10 out of 10 waifu. I think he went there to find someone who looks and is on his level, and he can provide love, and you know he can provide a lot of things on an emotional level, on a spiritual level. So whether he is attractive or not is not something that should be considered, in my opinion.
The Asian women in these countries are more open to traditional gender roles.
What Alex describes is perhaps found in the home of Leah Buckingham, also a resident of Dumaguete. Leah is a stay-at-home mother of 2. She lives with her American husband, Gary.
Do you think she feels that she's being taken advantage of? I mean, he's providing. Isn't that what they want? A man with funds to take care of them, be a stay-at-home mother, all that stuff, don't have to worry about money. Look.
Everyone deserves to be happy and feel love, you know. I don't think you should be in a place or in an environment where you don't feel belong and appreciated. So I think...
Now, guys, I don't think you can see it from how I have my scenes settled, all right? But you can see here that the man is holding her at gunpoint, all right? He's just behind the wall. You can slightly see him. And he's holding her at gunpoint to say those things. Because wouldn't you know, Leah, this housewife, is against her will in this marriage. She's suffering every day. You can see the pain written all over her face. She's suffering. This white colonizer came here to subdue her to his white supremacist dreams.
Place or in an environment where you don't feel belong and appreciated. So I think for them doing the movement to go abroad and find real women, I think they're doing the right thing.
Look at that happy family, guys. Do you think that this man will get that in the USA? And by the way, this woman is very attractive. I gotta tell you guys, Asian women are not my type because they are the furthest thing from a goth girl that you can get. But look, man, even if they are not my type, I do appreciate beauty, and I will settle for quote-unquote what for me is less, you know, because again, I'm one of many men that don't really value attractiveness all that much. There's a lot said about, oh, men, you know, the only thing they care about is looks. Not really, you know, and in the times where we're living in today, and you can't find a woman that's from your country that is even 50% of what this woman right here is, you're gonna move elsewhere. And even if the women there are not your type, you'll still get with them, right? They are attractive, they are beautiful. Even if they're not your type, they provide so many other things on so many other levels that men simply don't care that much about attractiveness, really, guys. But what do you think?
Women, you heard that?
Gary and Leah have been together for about 6 years after meeting on a dating site.
One of the reasons why passport bros, you know, prefer to date us because they want to find a real woman that would respect them, that would let them to be the man that they should be, like to be the leader. And most of us Filipina, we respect that. We're very family oriented, and also we're more feminine and more traditional, I would say.
Oh,
The Philippines is another popular...
So many bad things, guys. She lost me there. She was attractive, but she lost me because you see, I value more a woman being masculine, you know, and I value more a woman chasing a career and working up until she's 70 and paying more attention and respect to her boss than to me, to her line manager than to me, you know. So she lost me a bit there, but well.
She said it, not me. You heard it there first.
The destination in Southeast Asia for passport bros.
Here's why you should leave America and go straight to Philippines. First off is rent. $300 a month is plenty.
This is Austin Abeta, 33 years old, from Colorado. A data analyst by trade, but on social media, he's built a following as a passport bro influencer. Right now, he's living in Manila with his Filipino girlfriend, Jewel.
I do identify as a passport bro.
Manila
Look at
with
that
his
girl.
Filipino girlfriend.
Look at that girl, guys. 9 out of 10. Stable 9 out of 10. She has a tattoo. Not a red flag in her case, alright? You heard it, guys. You heard me say that a red flag on this woman is not a... Excuse me, that a tattoo on this woman is not a red flag.
Girlfriend, Jewel.
I do identify as a passport bro, but if the movement were to change into something else, I'm not married to it. Dating is always two adults consenting to be in a relationship together. It's never perfect. It's going to get messy, but I think for me, I 100% think every guy should experience it. Every woman should experience it.
Yes, sir.
Having dating into different cultures.
Austin has more than 700,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram. His content has accrued tens of millions of views, plenty of love, and a lot of hate.
Here's what I learned being a passport.
Of course, a lot of hate, guys, because you have to understand, we men are not allowed to have standards. We're not allowed to have preferences. We're not allowed to be happy. Look at this guy. He's happy. Women hate it. You don't get to be happy as a man. You have to be miserable all the time and subdued like a dog on a leash to us. When women have their wild bullshit preferences, 6 feet tall, 6-digit salary as a 25-year-old guy, which is probably non-existent, and 6 this and 6 that, and the other thing, no problem. Oh, you go, queen. But when men say, I literally want a wife that is trusting and loyal and feminine, oh no, that's too much. No, you don't get to enjoy that.
Being a single American guy in South America, I sometimes post stuff like that, but this, and my comments get crazy. People get mad.
Passport bros like Austin have come under fire for their romantic escapades abroad. The emphasis on traditional gender roles leads detractors to say the movement is anti-feminist, as it implies women should occupy a subservient role to men.
We still tend to equate women with, nursing and homemaking.
Wasn't the feminist movement, though, all about choice? So if she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, if she wants to do those traditional gender roles, that's her right that you fought for, or your predecessors did. Why are they so pressed when women decide to do the traditional things and don't want to slave away at a fucking job in a cubicle to make pennies on the dollar? To get
I don't know. I don't think they can provide you with such an answer. But guys, can we get this woman? Get out of here. I want to see the shorty again. Damn, guys, very good looking one. Do you think I can get her Instagram or something? Do you think I can get her phone? Damn, what a good looking woman, eh, guys? And she also wants to, I mean, all the women we saw in this video, right, that these guys have bagged, of course, no disrespect, I'm gonna hit on them, but they are very attractive women. And they also happen to be pleasant and feminine. And this guy, on the video, I will say is average. How did he manage to get this woman, right? This woman is leagues above him, but he probably provides something more. He probably provides something more, maybe on an emotional level, maybe on a spiritual level. Maybe this is all that she ever dreamed of. It's so far from how we date in the West, where men are willing to settle for anything nowadays. It's like, oh, she has only slept with 30 people at age 25. Wow, she's the equivalent of the Virgin Mary. Oh, wow. I have a feeling that she won't divorce me in the next 5 years. I'm gonna marry her. There's no prospect of that in the near future, so that's all I ever aspire to. And women are like, oh, okay, you can provide, you can be a retirement plan. All right, I'm not thrilled, but I'm gonna settle with you because you're convenient now. That's what dating in the West is like. So, gentlemen, just either quit on dating or travel abroad. Women in the West, most of them, of course, just simply don't deserve good, hard-working men. They don't. So leave them be, leave them rot. Let's leave en masse to different countries where life is different and lead our lifestyle there. This society doesn't value us, doesn't appreciate us, doesn't like us. This is why they get butthurt when we find a better life somewhere else. So just leave them to rot and to sink in their misery. But gentlemen, thank you for watching. I'll see you next day right where we left off. Thank you for joining.